Okay, so go back to your question. Does it have meaning?
Yeah. What
Should
does
we
this
go
mean?
and say like
what
yes
does this
or no?
mean? Yeah, Jordan, what does it mean to you? Like, is this
I'm on the
end of
spot.
times? Do these kind of events have some kind of like divine meaning, showing us that these are the end of times? You know, Christ is coming soon. All of that.
Yeah. So I this reminds me of a story I heard about Boyd K. Packer, one of the apostles in the LDS Church, that went down. I think it was in the 80s. To a place in somewhere in South America where they had an earthquake, and all the saints, the members down there were wondering what this means, you know, like because we've had 4 or 5 in the last year or so, and what he said, what this means is that you had an earthquake, and I'm kind of along those same lines because I tend to, and I think we can all agree on this, I tend to see that many of the Orthodox members of any church any church that believes in end times or Armageddon or whatever it might be, because of globalization and because of all of the news feed, the media, the instant information everywhere, they're seeing more of these devastations. They're seeing more pandemics because it's dramatized.
Dramatized.
Thank you.
Dramatized.
And
More synonyms.
and I think that I've experienced this myself. Just kind of what would you say it? It's a certain type of bias where I'm just making a cognitive hook. Mm-hmm. So after high school, I remember thinking, drugs aren't even a thing anymore. Nobody does drugs. Right. It's like maybe the high school kids don't do drugs anymore, but it's because I was going to BYU, you know. and so,
I thought doing drugs,
I thought it
hiding
applied
really well
across the world. You know, it's like drugs are out.
Right.
It's great.
Right.
So I get that impression that many people jump to conclusions that look at all this crazy stuff happening, and combined with the teachings that they were taught growing up, myself included, that these are the latter days and Christ will probably come during your lifetime. Mm-hmm. There's no doctrine that says that. In fact, the doctrine says you have no idea.
You have no idea when
it'll
that's
come.
going to be. Yeah.
But because I was taught that, it is easy to jump to that conclusion, like Moroni's trumpet fell. Oh, but I really don't see this there. I don't see an escalation or a more consistency in these pandemics necessarily. Although with the combination of this COVID-19 and an earthquake in Utah, it's like,
it's so.
How do I ignore it? So
Well,